Hi, welcome to our used car review of the BMW 1 Series. The specific car we are in right now is the F20 F21 model, and it was produced from 2011 to 2019. In between, it also received a facelift. Now, the BMW 1 Series is an executive hatchback, and it's squarely targeted at newcomers into the BMW brand. It's competing with the likes of the Golf 7, the Audi A3, Mercedes-Benz A-Class, and also the Volvo V40. This car was first released way back in 2003, and since then it's actually been a top seller to the BMW brand. Well, today we're going to get under the skin of this BMW 1 Series and find out exactly what it's all about. Let's check this car out inside. Now, if there's one thing that I can really commend BMW, that they got spot on right with the BMW, is that inside, this car doesn't feel like a parts bin special and entry-level model. Absolutely not. The dashboard layout, the steering wheel, the seats, the buttons, the interior of this car feels the exact same as what you would find in the equivalent 3 Series, 5 Series, or even X Series models of this range. And that's really something cool and something to applaud BMW, because I don't feel like I'm driving an entry-level car. Absolutely not. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather. I have nice high-quality leather seats, although these seats are not the most comfortable for long journeys. They're all leather seats, standard, pretty cool. The buttons are of high quality as well. Over here on the driver's side, you can control the electric windows. You can also control your electric mirrors, which is standard on the car. And you also get this nice finish of aluminium, which just gives a nice touch of quality inside the car. What I like most inside the car by far is the iDrive system. It's an older iDrive system. This is the F20 F21 model, but the system works. It's intuitive, it's easy to use, and you can control all the systems inside the car from the iDrive system. Now, what you can do is you can obviously change your multimedia, so you can go from aux, you can listen to CD, radio, but what you can't do, you can't listen to Bluetooth over your phone, which I think is quite silly. Although the car is Bluetooth and you can make calls and interact with your cell phone contacts from the Bluetooth system, you can't play music over Bluetooth. You can only play over aux. And for a car of this price range and of the era of years when it was produced, that's quite sad. But yeah, that's what you get. What I really like about the seats as well is the fact that these seats age really well. The car that we're driving now has got 65,000 kilometers on the clock. It's a 6-year-old car, and I mean, you can look at the seats. They've aged really, really well. What I don't like about this car though, and this is purely because it's a rear-wheel drive, is the fact that the transmission tunnel eats away a lot of your rear legroom. So your rear passengers, you can fit 3 people at the back, but they're probably not going to be as comfortable on long journeys. Yes, you can fit in 2 adults quite comfortably and they'll survive a long trip, but in the middle, you'll at best be able to fit a child. The boot is medium. Remember, this is an entry-level car and it's targeted at small families, young couples, or single people, so you get a medium-sized boot. You will be able to do your monthly shopping quite comfortably, but you won't be able to go on a holiday with 4 adults and fit all your luggage inside the boot. Absolutely not. You will be able to fit in a baby stroller though. I did do that test, which is quite cool. So on the safety side, this car is fitted with traction control that you can put on or off, and it's also fitted with ABS, EBD, the dynamic stability control, and there's enough airbags in here for you to feel safe inside the car. So that's not something to worry about. Another con that I would say about this car's interior is the fact that your rear visibility can be a bit limited. I mean, you've got this rear view mirror here, but if you have passengers at the back, your rear visibility can be limited. And that's about the only cons I can think about inside this car. Let's have a look outside at the styling of the 1 Series. The styling is very conservative. It's that you can expect of a luxury car. It's not going to shout, "I've arrived," the moment you rock up at a party. Absolutely not. You can get the car in M Sport though, which I think really enhances the look and just adds a bit of sportiness and character to the car. Now, this car came out in 2 body shapes. You got the F20, which is the 5-door model. It's the one we're driving right now. And then you also got the F21, which is the 3-door model. And which one you need? Well, I mean, you're gonna have to decide. Can you live with a car that has 4 doors, or can you live with a car that only has 2 doors to get inside and out? Now, as with many German cars of this era, the standard specification outside is really poor. You don't even get xenon lights as standard, and the standard mags on this car is also really poor. Also, no rear PDC or front PDC. Well, what to do? Well, try to find a used car that has at least got an extra mag on. This car's got an extra mag on. This is not the standard mag. And xenon lights, absolutely, as a bare minimum. I would also recommend you get rear PDC. Although this is a hatchback, it's a small car. This car can be surprisingly difficult to park if you don't have front or rear PDC. This one just has rear PDC, and you can get away with just rear PDC. But if you can get one with front and rear PDC, well, obviously that would be better. BMW has improved this though. In the new model, the new 3 Series, the G20, front and rear PDC is standard, which I think is absolutely amazing. Your engine options with the 1 Series are quite broad. You get petrol and diesel turbocharged engines. They start at the 116i and then it tops out at the M140i. And then of course you get the diesel models as well. If I could pick an engine, I would say you should definitely go for the 120D. It offers the best of both worlds. You're going to get great consumption, and you're also going to get a high amount of torque from the diesel engine. So your acceleration will be extreme, especially in town driving. And then on the long road, you can just cruise and sip diesel. The petrol engines is quite thirsty. This one that we're driving right now is a 118i, produces 125 kilowatt and 250 Newton meters. And on long distance driving, it will average about between 7 and 8. And down driving, that will go up between 9 and 10, which is on the high side. You know, so these range of BMW petrol engines, I believe, is really not fuel economical. And that's why I would recommend you get the diesel one. That's going to be the best. It's going to offer you the best both on the consumption side and on the performance. So how does this car drive? Well, this is where BMW knocks the socks out of all of its competitors, because this is through and through a driver's car. Absolutely. This is a fun car to drive. It's a dynamic car to drive, and it's a car that gives you confidence. You can drive this car on the long road, throw it in a bend, and you can be confident that you're going to come out on the other side. What also makes this car quite fun to drive, and something where I think it beats its competition way ahead, is the fact that you can put this car into economy mode, comfort mode, and sport mode. And in those different modes, you can actually feel there's a real difference the way the car drives. Unlike some competitors, you can put the car in a mode and you're waiting for something to happen. In actual fact, let me put this car in sport mode right now. Just here. Oh yes, there we go. There we go. Yes. And that's really what I love about BMW, is the fact that this is an entry-level car, but that's not the type of performance that you get. They've really captured what they stand for, which is sheer driving pleasure, inside the entry-level car, which I think is absolutely amazing. Okay, if you must compare this to something like a Golf or an Audi, the road noise is definitely louder inside this car. This car is fitted with run flat tires, which doesn't really help with the road noise inside the car, but it's decent enough. But when it comes to driving and performance, the 1 Series is absolutely a driver's car, and it's an absolute pleasure to drive. Even on the long road, it's a joy to drive this car. Now, when it comes to transmissions options, you got two options. You got the manual, or you got the ZF 8-speed automatic. I would recommend you go for the ZF 8-speed automatic. It's a dynamic gearbox, so you can drive it as a semi-automatic or in automatic mode as well. The automatic is really so good that I think you will very rarely find yourself put the car into manual mode. I'll put it into manual mode now, and well, we're still in sport mode. I'll just drop a gear a little bit, give myself some space, put my foot down. There we go, and change. And the power band is really broad. I mean, this car's making power till about 5.5 easily. And I mean, for a 118i, I really can't stress how impressed I am with this car. I mean, there's no ways you're gonna drive an entry-level Audi and an entry-level Golf and you're gonna get this type of performance. anyways, that's enough boosting about the drive. So to conclude, the 1 Series is a really good car. It's a car that's aimed squarely at people who want to get into the BMW brand, who don't want to buy a 3 Series, who don't want to buy a 5 Series. Well, this is your ticket, the BMW 1 Series. All of these cars offer great performance. I think you should go for the diesel models because you'll get the best consumption and you'll get very good performance as well. And something to keep in mind is that rear passenger room is limited compared to something like a Golf or an Audi, where you will definitely get more legroom at the back for your passengers. But overall, this is a very good car to buy and get yourself into the luxury segment. My name is Kurt from Wheel Index. I'll catch you back next time. Cheers, gotta go.